guys, it's Kim, and I am back with actually take 2 of the Crafty Nomad podcast. I'm the Crafty Nomad, and they call me that because I am all over the place when it comes to my crafting. And I'm just so happy to be back talking to you guys. But this is take 2. I had recorded something earlier on a different camera, and I completely edited it, completely uploaded, and actually published on YouTube. And then it just was poor quality video. So until I figure that other camera out, I'm going to go back to I'm just going to try to optimize my webcam. And because I just looked back at some of my other videos that I did with the webcam, and I'm like, these are way better than what's happening with this camcorder. So anyway, I'm back. Welcome to everybody who is checking me out for the first time. Thank you for spending some of your precious time with me today. I hope you find something here you like, and if you do, please thumbs up, subscribe, share, tweet, whatever. Because guys, I think by now, I'm going to check. Earlier today, I was one follower away from 1,000 followers on Instagram. Let's see where we stand right now. Yep, I don't know if you can see that. Probably not. No, you can't see that. I have 999 followers on Instagram. I have something like 374 followers on YouTube. And I'm really trying to get to 500 on YouTube. So I really want to get to 1,000 before the year is over. But the first step is going to be to get to 500. So if you guys could please, share this video. If you have other crafty friends you think would enjoy spending a little time with me over here, please share the video, Facebook it, do whatever. And if you have not subscribed to the video, please, my channel, please do. I want to say a big welcome back to everybody who has subscribed, who has spent time with me in the past, and who has supported me. Thank you so much for that. I'm so glad you guys decided to come back and hang out with me. So right now my computer, I don't quite know what's going on. It keeps like ramping up. Not sure what's happening, so I'm hoping that that's not going to come through on this video, because I really don't want to have to do take 3. Anyway, today, before I go through all that, I'm going to say that you can find me on Ravelry as Pettis Kim Knits. Please come on over, add me to your friends. I have a podcast group over on Ravelry for the Crafty Nomad podcast. Please just search in the search bar under groups for the Crafty Nomad podcast. I will also link that below so that you can join that group. I haven't been that active over there, but I'm going to try to ramp it up over there as well, because as soon as I get to 500 subscribers over here, I want to do a giveaway, and I'm going to run that giveaway over on Ravelry. So it's going to be a bag and notions pouch, as well as a DPN holder. So it's going to be a 3-piece set, and I haven't made it yet, but I will, and I will begin to show it, and I will put up a thread eventually regarding my 500 subscriber giveaway as I get closer to that. But please go ahead and subscribe over here. Join over there as well. I'm going to start doing a few giveaways here and there. And then you can find me on Instagram as Kim the Crafty Nomad. Please follow me over there and take me over that 1,000 mark. And I have a Facebook page for my Etsy shop. My Etsy shop is called Ebony Pearl Creative. It used to be Creative Crochet Creations by Kim. That's kind of weird. That's a lot. But I think I just changed it to Creations by Kim or something like that. At any rate, it is EBONIE and P-E-A-R, one word, EBONIEPEARL. Just search for that shop name, and you'll find me over there. So I will be talking today about whips. I have no finished objects, but I have some whips I've been working on. I have no yarny finished objects. I do have some sewing finished objects, some bags for the shop, which I will show you today. And they will be, my plan is to list them by the end of the week. And I'm going to do some shout outs to a couple different podcasts that I have been watching lately. And I think that's going to be pretty much it for tonight. So when I recorded this the first time, it was just over 30 minutes. So let's see. Let's see how we do here. All right, so let's get started. My first whip that I want to show you is being held in my Crafty Octopus bag that I made. And you know, it's denim embroidered, machine embroidered that, and then it's lined with a bold red chevron print. This is my Christmas Eve cast on sock that I cast on Christmas Eve. This is a knit-along that's run by Dani of Little Bobbins Knits. And yeah, here it is June, and I'm still working on this sock, but I am closing in on the finish. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how I plan to accomplish that. But here is the sock. I'm trying not to lose any stitches. But yeah, I'm on the foot. So you already saw that this is the second sock that I'm working on, so I'm not going to have second sock syndrome. And yeah, so this is coming along. This is Bergère de France yarn. I guess the base is called Gumi, and the colorway is beige imprints. And you can see it's like a self-striping patterned, softly colored, neutral color yarn. So I really enjoy it. I got it from loveknitting.com. You can get a lot of the European yarns, West Yorkshire spinners, Bergère de France. You can get Stylecraft. You can also get Stylecraft on the Deramore site, which I have done that, and the shipping is not that bad to America, but Love Knitting for sure. I think it's only like $4.95 flat rate. So go over there and check them out, and get some cool European yarn. So that's that one. My next one I want to share with you guys is being housed in my little sheepy bag that I made. It's like a sheepy print, and it has a turquoise zipper with a floral print on the inside. And I put the chalk cloth on the front so I could record everything like when I started. But as you can see, it's all rubbed off, so I got to figure that all out. This was like an experiment. So, but I started this on May 17th. Lady Sybil yarn. It's a 3-color shawl, and I used it's the Downton Abbey yarn in gray gold, blue mist, and slate blue. And it's going to go from dark to light. The name of this pattern, I'm going to try to get it without starting. Sorry about that. The name of this pattern is the Asticou Terrace by Kelbourne Woolens, and I'll put a link down below. And it's basically a granny stripe triangle. Sorry, it's like stringed everywhere. I had a lot of trouble this week with this yarn. I've experienced a lot of areas that I just had to break. First of all, I had to break it because it got caught in the zipper and I couldn't get it out. And then right after that, there was a knot tied in it, so it got broken again. So I have all these little extra strings, but here it is. You can see that. And I'm going to turn it upside down because it's working. I'm on the second color and I'm working this way on it. And I wanted to show you that little stitch marker there that I made. And I didn't bring them over here. I will put up a picture somewhere in here or somewhere later of the stitch markers I made, because those are also some finished objects. But yeah, I've gotten 2 rows. It's just a simple triangle granny stripe. And so this is the gold gray. This is the blue mist, I think. This is the, sorry, let me show you it. This is the stone blue. And then the last color is blue mist. Okay. And I'm crocheting that in a 5mm hook. And it's coming along. So I'm going to use that stitch marker so you guys can see my progress on that. But this is just easy. You don't really have to think about it too much. And that's what I'm into right now. So try not to get that yarn caught in the zipper again. And just put it back down in the bag. So that's the second whip that I worked on since last we talked. And then the third whip I was going to share about is being held in my ladybug bag. And this bag, if you can see, it has like a rounded corners on the bottom, and they, they do pooch out a bit. I wanted to try a new shape, and I like the way it came out. I forgot where I found this tutorial, but somewhere on the internet I found it, and I just cut everything to my liking and tried to make it, and it came out okay, but it was a lot of boo-boos, so I just kept this one for myself. That's what I do when I make boo-boos. I just keep the bags for myself. I don't put them in my shop. So it's a hot pink lining. In this one, I am housing, this is a shawl, and it is called Lunar Crossings. It is by Kim Guzman. I believe she's Crochet Kim on Ravelry, but her name is Kim Guzman, and she does a whole lot. I think we talked about it before, but she does a whole lot of Tunisian crochet. But this one is one of her regular crochet shawls. It's going to be super pretty. I'll put the link for it below, but I didn't get very far. I just did a little, like maybe like a fourth of a row since last you all saw me. And this is also in the Downton Abbey yarns. And the Downton Abbey yarns are, they are 80% acrylic, 10% mohair, and 10% polyamide. So this one is also the gold gray. And then this one, I believe, is mold grape. So it's a purpley color, but you can't really tell by this lighting. And then the final color on this one is going to be pearl pink. And actually, it's the beginning color. So this one is going to go from light to dark. And this is the pearl pink. So that's that one. And then my final one is I wanted to talk about was my... I didn't write it in my notes, but I am a part of a crochet along. The designer of this pattern, first of all, is a crochet Afghan, and it is by the designer Vanessa Smith Fishcake. And she has a Facebook page called Hooked on Sunshine. And so this is a crochet along where she is releasing each part, one part a week over the next 14 weeks. I think the last 2 parts, she's going to give us 2 weeks to get each one of those done. And so actually the 3rd part got released either yesterday or today. I saw the email that I did get it. However, I have only finished part 1. Let me show you what I've done. I'm keeping it in this humongous bag, which I want to talk to you about this bag. You probably saw these. I think I got mine from Hirschner's, but I saw it on Amazon as well. I'll put a link down below. I think it's whichever one is cheapest, that's the link I'll put down. But it's just called a yarn tote. And so what you can see is I'm using the Big Twist yarn, the Value Big Twist, in several different colors, which I talked about before. But each one of these 3, where you see these 3 zippers, and that one, there are 2 hanks of yarn in there. And these are like the size of Red Heart Super Saver. And then there's a color on each side. So, and then if you look at the top, there's a hole to pull each color through. And so, yeah, super excited about this. I've had this forever, and I remembered it when I realized that this was going to easily get confused if I didn't get some way to organize it. But let me show you part 1. And I'm going to link it, so if you guys want to jump in, I think you still can. Because, you know, crochet is really fast. So I think even though I am behind, I can catch up. I can just get this podcast recorded. But this is part 1. This is where I'm at. And it's turning out so pretty. And I'm hoping that I can get this done in time to gift it in the fall and winter. Fall and the holiday season. So, that's that. So, those are the items that I have worked on. And then, I'm going to move on toward finished objects. And my finishes are all sewing. And, sorry if putting that bag up, rubbed up against the mic. Yeah, I'm not used to having a mic connected to me, but I forget sometimes. But anyway, my finishes are sewing related. I have finished a few different project bags, some of which have already been uploaded onto Etsy, some of which have already sold, and some that will be listed later on this week. So let me show you what I have done. And when I recorded the first time, this was actually a whip. It's still sort of a whip because it doesn't have a handle. But if you can look at that, what I did was I started with a 12 by 15, so it's 15 inches across, 12 up and down rectangles. And then I basically cut in, looks like it's probably about a 6-inch gusset on the bottom. So if you see my Afro Diva bags, the previous bags that I make are all made from a quilter's square template. So I would use either a 14.5, a 12.5, or a 10.5, or small, medium, large, medium, small. But this I cut using my rulers, and I like how these came out. So they are just about as wide as the Afro Diva, my largest, and they have just as deep of a gusset. And if you can see, that one is lined with a pretty gray print, and it has a white zipper, but it's just not as tall. And so this one's not finished because even though I have this here ready to take the handle, I haven't made the handle yet. But this is just a really pretty, like, soft city scene. And I really love this. I got this fabric from one of our local fabric shops that unfortunately closed, and I don't know if they reopened or what, but it was called So Modern, and it was a great shop. I didn't go in there that often, but whenever I did, I found some unique stuff. This fabric I got from Joann's. Same dimensions, but it has the handle. So you can see it has a coffee and tea theme. The colors are cream, brown, like cream and dark brown, and like beige. And brown zipper with the white and black polka dot lining. And again, same shape. I really love these bags. They are super generous in their sizes, and I actually don't charge probably enough compared to what I see other people charge for a bag this size or even smaller. But these are going to list for $26.99 on my website. So I like the shape. I love this. I'm going to try and see if I can get like a medium size one. This next one is a really pretty camper van print. If you can see that. I just think it's so cute and summery. And again, there's the handle. It has a black zipper, and it also has the white black polka dot lining. And then the last one I wanted to show you that I have with me is this really cute summery bag. So you can see it, it's super cute. Like on this side, you can see flip-flops, a beach hat, handbag, a bikini. It's really cute. And then on this side, you can see the dress down here. You can see some heels. I think there's a perfume bottle somewhere. I'm not seeing that. But yeah, super cute. Super cute. I really like it. I'll give you a close up. Very cute. So on this one, I started using the Grow Game ribbon for the handle here. And a little D-ring, and then this clips on. You can take it right on off. If you want to use this for keys, you can take it right on off. But there you go. And that one has an orange zipper because I wanted to pick up some of the orange on the bag. And then it has a really pretty floral lining. So that's a finish. So I got all of those done. Now I'm going to show you the boo-boo. So I had this summery themed fabric, and I was like, I'm going to make a few summery bags. And I had this pretty ice cream truck. Well, I started out the same way as I started out with the others, 12 by 15 rectangle. But what I do is I cut out a 3-inch square at the bottom, and that becomes my gusset. I made a mistake and cut the 3 inches off the top. So I had to make a short. So it's just as wide, but it's just short. See that? So it's, okay, let's make it line up the two bottoms. Actually, and I cut the gusset smaller because I knew it was going to be. So it's just as wide, it's just that much shorter. You see that? So anyway, I'm going to keep this one because it's my little boo-boo. Plus, you can see right here how I cut it. So I slanted it the way I cut it. So it kind of looks wonky even though it's straight. That's the other side. But it's ice cream trucks. And I wanted to show you that I have a little ice cream cone stitch marker on there. That's one of the ones I made this week. And it has like a raspberry pink zipper. And has that same floral print lining. Now that zipper is a little bit, I don't know why it's not rolling through that easily, so that's another reason why I need to keep this one for myself. But even being cut off like it is, it's a pretty generous I mean, you can get a shawl in there very easily. These are all 100% cotton fabric. And the polka dot linings are poly cotton, but the rest of it is 100% cotton. And they are all fully interfaced. So those are my finished objects that I have with me. I also finished 3 notions pouches and a drawstring bag. And I'll put a picture in right here of it because it was a special order. And from a good friend over on Instagram who she's great, and she reached out and she asked for something very specific, and it really made my creative wheels start turning, and I came up with 3 notions pouches with a Harry Potter theme plus a Harry Potter themed project bag, drawstring bag for her. She's received it. She really likes it, so that makes me very happy. And yeah, so those are my finishes. Like I said, I'll put a picture in right through in here somewhere, so that you can see what I have done. Now I'm gonna go over my notes. So as far as my socks. So I'm going to mention this. Catherine over at Crafternoon Treats podcast is hosting a finish along. And she was just talking about the system that she decided to follow to try and finish some things. So what she's doing is she's taking 3 projects every week. And she is going to have 1 that is to be worked on towards finishing, and 2 just to get some progress on. And I thought that was great. So I'm going to pick up that same thing, and I will link. She said she was going to put a thread in her Ravelry group, Crafternoon Treats, about this finish along. So I will link her podcast below, and from there you can find everything else you need if you want to join in on the finish along. But I decided I'm going to try to follow that same system, and the socks are going to be the ones I'm going to work toward finishing. And then the 2 shawls, I will try to get something done on, as well as my granny stripe blanket that I didn't bring out because I really haven't touched it at all. So that's what I'm going to do. So hopefully the next time you guys see me, which I don't know when that's going to be, and I'm going to tell you why in a minute. But hopefully I will have the sock finished soon. I think I will. And then after I finish that, then I'll bring something else into the rotation to work toward finishing, or I'll bump up one of the shawls. Now the granny stripe blanket, that's going to be forever. So that one, it will finish when it finishes. Now I think I'm down to the point of doing some crochet podcast shoutouts. So the first one I wanted to mention to you is one that's called Little Drops of Wonderful podcast. It's hosted by a woman named Annie. She's in the UK and she does beautiful projects. And I think this month she's doing daily vlogs, so go over there and check her out. She is really cool. She's been, I think she has about 17 episodes, so she's not super uber new, but she's new to me, so I wanted to share her with you guys, as well as there's one that I found called Pople BackyardFarm. And it will be linked below. It's hosted by a lady named Ruth. And Ruth and her husband seem to be, they have a little farm. They have bees. I think they might have chickens. Anyway, but she is also a knitter and a crocheter. And she will do knitting podcasts and crochet podcasts. They're always super short. So if you just want like a quick bite instead of a long meal, like this one is probably going to be, check her out. Seems to be a really nice lady. She is super supportive of other podcasters, and does things on her podcast and encourages people to sort of show themselves off in the comments so other people can find them and follow them. And I just think that's a good and generous heart. And so I wanted to mention her. Her name is Ruth. The name of her channel over here on YouTube is called Pople BackyardFarm. So, yeah, that I believe is everything as far as what I want to share. And I'm going to give you guys a tiny little life update. So, I generally don't talk about a lot of different things like that. I try to keep it to the crafting because there's plenty to talk about with that. But next week I am scheduled to undergo a procedure. It is a surgery, so I won't say it's not a big deal, but I will say that I'm not sick. It's just something that I need to do for myself so that my life will be in a better spot. Basically, I am super anemic. If you are female, you already know why. If you're married to a female, I have a sister, you might already know why. But I have been anemic since I became a woman. Since I was 18, and that was a long time ago. And I became a woman long before 18. But anyway, 2.5 years ago, I did find a solution, and it really worked for 2.5 years, and then it stopped. And within the space of, in March, my anemia was gone, and it had been gone for 2.5 years because we sort of fixed my problem. Once the fix failed, I'm now like half the hemoglobin that I should have. I'm like getting dangerously low at this point. So when I tell people what my hemoglobin is, like, how are you even walking around? I don't know. But I noticed that I get all kinds of symptoms for the anemia, and so it's just time to fix it and fix it permanently. And that is what is going to happen next week. Saying all that to say is that I don't know when the next podcast is going to come up. I hope to, I just can't even believe it's next week, but it is. And it's been a long time coming. And I'm going to try and maybe record something ahead of time before the surgery and then have it ready to upload for 2 weeks from today. This is going to go up a little bit later because of the first one, the quality was so poor. So now I'm going to edit this one and get it out to you guys, hopefully in the next day or two. The cool thing is that all the show notes are already written because they're on the original recording, and I just have to cut and paste those. So I just need to edit this. At any rate, hopefully in a couple weeks you will see something, but it will not be something that I will probably record it in the next week or so, depending on what I get into craft-wise. So, yeah, that is what's going on with me. And so if you don't see me in the next 2 weeks, you will see me a little bit after that. I'm going to be off work for a little while to recover. And I'm pretty sure I will recover really well, and I will be able to craft a lot while I'm out and have something to talk about with you guys. At any rate, that is it. That is all for today. I'm so grateful that you guys have joined me. It looks like I'm at just over 33 minutes. And so that is about where I was at before adding in my title, or after adding in my title. So this is going to be a little bit longer than the one I previously recorded. But I can already tell that the quality on this one is going to be much, much better. It's not going to be perfect, but it's much better. So I'm going to stick to my webcam for a little while. Anyway, guys, I thank you so much for spending some time with me. I will see you guys next time. And in the meantime, keep it crafty, guys. Bye.